Drone delivery is here. In this video, I'm going to talk about one investment opportunity that you're not going to see anywhere else. Drone delivery is the future. From cat food, medicine, everybody knows how to order online. 10 years ago, Jeff Bezos and Amazon Air saw this future. That vision has finally become reality. I'm going to walk you through Zipline and its partnership with Walmart. We're going to walk through an actual delivery site. We're going to place a sample order, and I'm going to talk about the 3 challenges, but how you can make money using drone delivery in the future.
Tell us the worst things. What's been the worst, hypothetically?
In the 2 months I've been here, it's all been good. So,
All good?
yeah.
Now, think about it. Why do we use a 4,000-pound vehicle to deliver an 8-pound package? The costs don't make sense. Drone delivery can reduce the cost down to $1 or $2 per delivery. However, in the past few years, we've finally seen a breakthrough. Drone delivery hubs are popping up across the nation, and the market potential is insane. We have every retailer, every to-go restaurant, and everybody in between, from Walmart, Home Depot, Amazon shipping. All of these warehouses can use drones for last mile delivery. So in this tour, we're going to be just outside Dallas, Texas in Garland. We're going to be going to a Walmart fulfillment location that is partnered with Zipline, and they were gracious enough to offer us this tour. The overall process is that you have to download a secondary app, and from this app, you can place your order and specify where the delivery location is. This technology is amazing because they're using satellite imagery to identify down to a square foot of where they're going to place this package. So they're taking into account trees, other overhangs, building, the type of surface, and they're going to be dropping your package within 12 inches. From this app, we're going to do a sample order and watch it as this drone gets delivered. From Walmart's perspective, the workers don't see any difference. They're going to do the picking. They're going to place the item into a package. They're going to have somebody walk it out. For Zipline in particular, they have a separate standalone package. So the drone is always about 20 or 30 feet away from you for safety reasons, but they open up a lower package. You're going to place that package inside, and then it's going to close. The drone is going to do its pre-flight checks. And this is one of the longest parts of the entire process. Obviously, there's the human element of picking the item, but then the secondary is the pre-flight checks. They're going to check every rotor. They're going to check their battery, the charge capacity, pre-plan the route, get FAA clearance, that sort of thing. But this is where we saw the longest step of the process, because actually taking off and flying to the destination is very fast. I mean, these are looking in an 8-mile radius, and there's a line of sight requirement. So they're not flying through the air for more than about 10 minutes. The FAA regulates all commercial drones. However, there's an interlay with local municipalities, as they're going to regulate what constitutes noise and nuisance activities within their cities. And so this is where we had some of that conflict. But these new drones have bigger rotors, they create less noise, and they're flying at about 300 feet. So they're almost imperceptible. You can tell that they're there, but if you try to pick up this audio, it is not annoying, and I don't think that the road noise is any worse than living next to a freeway. On the federal side, the market is finally big enough, and there's been a lot of consistent lobbying, and we're able to produce results for the industry. So in that regard, I do think there is going to be consistency from the federal oversight, and local municipalities are actually embracing this. It is what the people want, and that's what they're giving their constituents. Challenge number 2, battery life and safety. So we've touched on it a little bit, but these drones have gotten so much safer than the prior iterations. The batteries last longer, the flight mechanics are more reliable, and ultimately for Zipline, they have a built-in parachute. So there's a couple safety things that happen by law, as well as a technological safety, that the batteries have a lot of capacity, they're flying shorter distances, and they're weight limited right now to about 8 pounds per package. They're able to fly in up to 30-mile-an-hour winds, which is pretty gusty, and it's definitely conditions that you wouldn't normally think a drone can fly in. Another nice feature about Zipline is that the package, which drops down on its own cable, that actually has stabilizing fans in it as well. So it's able to control the package as it's coming down for even more stability. These current drones aren't flying over major highways or highly dense populated areas. So they're not going to downtown Dallas, they're not flying over major populated areas, and they're typically just going from the commercial to the residential areas. Finally, the third challenge is consumer preferences. From Uber apps and DoorDash, we've seen that there is an ability for the consumer to get comfortable ordering goods online. I think that the drone delivery is going to find success because people are already used to ordering from apps. This is just another app. This is just a different form of delivery. But if it's cheaper and it's faster, why wouldn't you order from a drone? There's nothing inherently bad about it, and the noise is really minimized with the Zipline delivery system. And they're able to put items within 10, 15 minutes after you place the order. And so that response time is really going to be the difference. If you live in a single family house, they can put it behind your gate. They can put it in your backyard. That's going to be a huge improvement for those porch pirates and any other issues. But no matter how many trees you think you have, there's probably a 12-inch by 12-inch tunnel or a tube up into the air that they can deliver that package. So it'll be exciting to see what consumers do, but if it's cheaper and faster, I imagine that this impediment is not going to be a deal breaker. All right, so if I've sold you on the future of drone delivery, now I'm going to get to the good stuff. How can you profit off of this wave of drone delivery? If you believe everything that I've talked about before and you see the future, there's an opportunity to provide hub charging locations. Now, what I mean is they typically need about 6,000 to 8,000 square feet. They don't need major infrastructure. You can see in these videos that they don't require a ceiling. They don't require covered areas. There is not goods necessarily stocked there. Any commercial or industrial zoned area is going to be a candidate. And what they need is electricity. Obviously, they need to be able to charge these stands, and they need a clear flight path. So if you have those two elements and you're located near a population center, this is an opportunity to scoop up all of these pieces of land, or if you have excess land, look at leasing to drone operators, because in the future, these drone locations are going to take off from their hub. They're going to go to the Jimmy John's. They're going to drop the package down. Jimmy John's worker will put the sandwich inside. The drone will go up and deliver it to a location, and they'll go back to your land and pay you rent for the privilege of charging. There's not a lot of maintenance. There's not a lot of smells. Traffic is minimized because they're all going into the air, but that's your opportunity. This is a nationwide opportunity, and they need consistent operators to provide them the real estate. That's going to be the formula for success. More, but smaller drone charging hubs. All right, well, that wraps up this tour. I mean, I'm a big proponent. I think this drone delivery is going to be the future. I'm looking at opportunities where I can invest in these areas and potentially partner with all the different operators. But if you like that video, smash the like button, drop a comment on if you have drone deliveries in your city, and we'll see you next time.